Varanda Zimbabwe mamuka seizveni. I hope everybody's well. 31st July. A couple of things that we need to address. First and foremost, I will be attending the 31st of July Picket at the Zimbabwean embassy here in South Africa in Pretoria. I'm sure everybody knows the address of that. I am not the one organizing it. It has been organized by other individuals. Quite a few different organizations have applied together. So all the details in terms of will everybody be safe, will we get a police escort, the correct paperwork, etc., all of that is in the hands of the organizers, and it has apparently all been approved. Everyone is asked to attend. There will not be any harassment of foreigners. There won't be any police issues with the foreigners. They are simply there to guide us and to make sure that everything remains peaceful. There is a couple of Zimbabwe organizations, ours included, that will be there, but we are not the main actors, and we are there as guests. They are picketing outside the Zimbabwean embassy to try and get Zimbabweans to be heard by their government. It's an impossible task, as we all know. But we have to do things in the diaspora that we are legally allowed to do. As you all know, my views on demonstrations in Zimbabwe is a no-go. I wouldn't, again, you've got to ask yourself, is the juice worth the squeeze, as it were? Are you going to be able to bail people out of jail? Are you able to pay medical bills for those that are shot? Are you able to help families of those that will have been killed? That's how demonstrations end in Zimbabwe. In South Africa, it's very different. We are allowed, the constitution is respected, people's rights are respected. We have the right to congregate as long as everything is applied for and everything is being given permission. The nice thing about the South Africa law is that you are not asking to meet, you are notifying the government or the police or the municipality, in your case, that you are meeting. So there's no asking for it. You are telling them that this is what you are going to do, and you have to do that within 7 days of an event. In the unlikely scenario that it is cancelled, it's most probably because there is not enough manpower, or there are other events happening that the police need to pay attention to, and they will ask you to reschedule. Such is the nice democracy that South Africa experiences. To those that are in Zimbabwe, so at that one, pane mamwe groups ari kutaura pamusoro pekuti vachamacha kana kuti a peaceful march kana kuti vachazoenda ku demonstration, vamwe vari kuti stay at home. My feelings are particularly mixed on that, in the sense that, again, we have to ask ourselves, is the juice worth the squeeze? We have demonstrated countless times in Zimbabwe. We have gone on what we call peaceful marches, where the police have just decided to shoot people and arrest people anyway. My view, if kana uri munhu ari kuZimbabwe, my view is the best way to protect yourself and to still get the point across is to stay at home. But it is difficult, because in a country that has got 80 to 90% unemployment, a lot of people call it at home anyway. And those that have formal employment in Zimbabwe, vanoshandira zvigandanda and their companies, and they are government officials, they are police officers, army officers, they work for the government. So those people cannot take the day off, because if they were to take the day off, they would be fired. So out of the people that are employed in Zimbabwe, the employed people, I would say 80 to 90% of the employed people cannot stay home on Friday, because they work for the regime or the regime stooges and Ben 10s. So what happens is, if you do not go to work on the Friday, they automatically assume that you are an opposition supporter and your job comes to an end. Number 2, everyone in Zimbabwe, or nearly everybody who hasn't got a job, and even some those who have got a job, they use this as a side hustle. They are relying on going kwenda kumsika. They are relying on doing small little things on that day to earn $2, $1, $3. That's enough for them to get some food for the night. So when you are asking someone to not go and hustle, to not usaende kumsika nas, you are asking that person not to eat on that day. And therein lies the problem. So as much as we want people to stand up for their rights, we have to look at the context of how these people stand up. If we look at the example of the coup that removed Mugabe, the army did something first, and then the people entered the streets. We are trying to ask the people to enter the streets first for nothing that any organization or group are going to be doing. So it's a difficult ask to enter the streets. It's a difficult ask, although a little bit less of an ask to stay at home. But it is still problematic to organize anything like that in a country that I have just described. The chances are it will look like a failure because people that are employed will have to go to work, otherwise they get fired because they are regime bosses. And if they don't go, then they don't eat. So a lot of them will go to work anyway because they obviously want to eat. So it will look as if whatever call has been made within Zimbabwe has been a failure if people do not stay at home. This is unfortunately what happens under dictatorships. And this is unfortunately or realistically what I have been speaking about over all the years, where I say there is no demonstration that will remove the regime within Zimbabwe. But for those who are outside the country, that's a different story. Isusu regai tisangane mswa 31 July. Tosangana ku embassy ku Pretoria. Inindi ndinenge ndiripo na 10 a.m. I will be there. Everybody is encouraged to come earlier. If you can get there at 9, even better. Get yourself some refreshments that you can carry in your pocket, maybe a small bite to eat. And if you want to be part of it, you just rock up. If you want us, we can sit and have a discussion. We can meet and greet. We can do whatever is, we can catch up. If some of you have been in the struggle for a while, some of you are new to it, we will talk about the proposed government in exile. We will talk about how we propose to use the funding. We will talk about how we propose to work the government in exile. All of these things I'd be available to speak to whoever's interested, and let's take it from there. So, Varanda Zimbabwe, I encourage you, if you are in South Africa, we have democracy here. We have the ability to meet. This has been organized by South Africans for us. It's been organized by people that, yes, marched against us for us to go back home, but they are also now of the view that they have to help us fix home so that we've got somewhere to go to. So in that sense, as Zimbabweans, our hand has been held at this point, and it is up to us to show solidarity with that if we can. And as I said, I'll personally be there, so everybody is welcome. And let us have a day where we can express ourselves. We will speak and tell people what is happening in Zimbabwe. We must spread the word of the reality on the ground. This country is run by a dictatorship. It is under military rule, and people are disappearing. We are not allowed to voice our opinions. And this is the reality on the ground which we must expose. Varanda Zimbabwe, tinoona na mswa 31 July ku embassy ku Pretoria. Tosvika ikoko kuma 10. Chini chinotanga na 11, but maZimbabweans togara tichinonoka. Saka ngatisvike na 10. Mukazononoka muzoti 10:30. Tosvika chinhu ichi chisati chaita sei? Chisati chatanga. uyezve tosvika takaita sei, takawanda. Panofanirwa kuzara maZimbabwean paya. Tikaziva kuti tazara paya, toziva kuti hapana zvavanokwanisa kutiita. Inini ndikaona munhu wekuZimbabwe ari kubatwa zviri rafu, ndikaona mupurisa ari kubata munhu wekuZimbabwe, ndinopindura ini. Munondiona, munoona mhanza yangu. Ndendiripo ndakadai nemhanza yangu iyoyi. Munongotsvaga mhanza iroro, moshauda ndoya ndokubatsirai. Inini handinyare kutaura macomrades. Zvinhu zvedu zvekuZimbabwe tasvika papoint yekuti tese tofanira kungotaura chokwadi chiripo. Saka Friday 31 tobatana ikoko. Varanda veZimbabwe moita zuva rakanaka.